Um, and live streaming.
So I was just the bookstores and the also we got this live something.
Okay.
Oh,
Good.
Sharka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get started. Yeah, that's a very good point. This is the textbook for the class. And what's going on in these Monday sessions is that part of it is face to face happening here, but you can also watch it live from home on YouTube.
So is this going to be recurring?
Yeah, every Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's based on the feedback I received from last semester and the experience in the class. We need more interaction, so I decided to create a weekly face-to-face session of the class. And that session will be broadcasted on YouTube so that those of you who cannot attend will benefit from it. During these sessions, what we want to do is to give feedback on your papers, but also what really I would like much more is to explore the various theoretical contents in a different way. With you and openly ask question, answer, for example, discuss interactivity just like we did right now and do things like this. Okay? So today what we will be doing is just presenting a little bit the class, explain the things that are not quite obvious for you to have questions about the class and get started on this. The important thing in this class is that each of you will have two missions. One is to be an author, because you will have to write quite extensively, because you will have 6 papers to write throughout the semester. And your other activity will be as a reader and reviewer, which means that each of you as an author will be linked to a reader. And when you will upload the draft of your paper, the reader will download it, read it, and send you immediate feedback with comments and questions, and you will take these questions and comments in account to produce your final paper. Okay? The idea is to get some help from your peers. Okay? Say, oh, that part is not clear, I don't understand what you're talking about, and stuff like that. And then once you have uploaded your final paper, your reader reviewer will take it and make a 300-word summary of it. And I have objectives asking you to do that. I think it's very important, that capacity, number one, as an author, to get feedback from someone else and to try to incorporate that feedback into your work. And for you as a reviewer, producing summaries is very important. And you need to be able to read through something and extract really the core of it. That's very important. So that's the objectives for this kind of activity. The assignment of an author to a reader reviewer will be authoritarian, which means I will be doing it, and I will not let someone take his friend to be his reader and reviewer. I will try to shuffle as much as possible what I can detect as natural linkage between the students, and like I will not connect a gamer to another gamer, stuff like this. So I will try to shuffle a little bit the things, and I will be doing that this week. You will know shortly about that. So the main activity in the class is to read that book, which is quite easy because it's a fast and easy read. But we will come back on each of the themes presented in the book. So the book is organized in 6 themes. And we have created on the website of the class 6 folders containing a series of texts that relate to the theme presented in the book. So for example, the number 1 is motion, duration, and illumination. And if you go to the folder, you have one set of required readings and one set of recommended readings. So basically, these readings are meant to guide you to explore further the concepts presented by Champlain in the book. Okay, so what I want to do as a paper is not that much an academic paper on the theme. The idea is that you will pick one or two works of art that pertain to that theme and that are presented in the book or in the online companion of the book. So you will select two works of art and you will try to identify something that is relevant to the theme that is very well presented by the artists. Okay? But what I want, it's not an academic presentation of the works of art. Okay? What I want is a very subjective reading of it. And by subjective, I mean it's your opinion. It's not your opinion that I'm trying to gather. It's the content of your experience when interacting with the work of art.
Like a commentary or something?
No. So for example, it's not your opinion. I don't care if you like it or not and why you like it or not. What I care about is what is going on when you're viewing, interacting with this work of art. Really trying to understand what's going on and how what's going on is framed within the theme. So for example, let's talk about duration. What's going on with the duration, with the sensation of duration when you're experimenting with a work of art by Bill Viola, for example? How do you experience duration in that work of art by Bill Viola? That's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. Okay? And I want you to relate your experience to the theoretical content. Okay? So for example, yes, when I was looking at the one on the tour, for example, on Figura, I could really very much realize that there were two temporal streams detaching from each other and stuff like that, and relate to the philosophical description of temporal streams and temporal objects. We talked about you, number one, it's you. How did you get to see the work of art and what happened? Okay, so no opinions. Okay, I'm not interested in opinions, liking or not liking. I'm interested in experiences. What's going on? What happened when I was watching this? Okay, so it could be very. I would be interested also in receiving a detailed description of the various moments of your discovering of the work of art. That could be first I was not seeing stuff like that, and then I realized that there was something moving, and then that to me is valid. Okay, really trying to question your perception of the work of art, and that questioning of the perception of the work of art being informed by the readings that you have. Okay, that seems a little bit complicated and convoluted, but it's much more free form than a traditional academic paper. Okay, and you need to experiment with it. So the first one, as usual, I will not get what I was looking for, and I will not complain. I will just point to, okay, what happened and what did not I receive reading your paper. Okay, and the papers will be short. there will be 1,500 words paper, and that's it. That's a maximum. There are some requirements for the paper. I want you to give the title of the piece, the name of the author, the date, when location of the first public exhibition of the work of art, and stuff like that. A little bit of the historical context, and that's it. The rest, the core of your paper is the experience. What's going on with the experience of the work of art? Because I want you to look at things and to listen. And to really try to understand not what's going on in the mind of the artist, because we have no idea and we will never have any idea of that. But what's going on in the consciousness and in the experience of the viewer. This is interesting because it's a question to which we can answer, because we are viewers. So, and we need to find a way to really analyze the content of our perceptions and analyze our artistic experiences. And I think that by analyzing our own artistic experiences as viewers, we can become greater artists. There are questions? No?
Is the paper, the final paper, the one that has been reviewed by
Yeah.
peer reviewer?
Yeah, except that now it's not peer review, it's just someone who reads and say, I don't understand what you're saying, and just someone giving very simple comments and questions on the paper. And then
Once it has been taken into account, then you write the final version and send it to the
it's to be posted on the website. Everything goes through the website.
You said on your PowerPoint you wanted it to reply, like, does it, because it goes as a kind of posting thing?
Exactly.
First paper, and then you reply to that post?
Exactly, yeah, exactly, yeah. So if we look at the class, so if I go to the discussion board, so you submit your first draft here, create a thread, my paper here, and I submit, and I attach it to my submission, and the reviewer will just click reply and say, okay, this is my comments, and that's it. And that way we do not have emails in every direction. Everything is contained here, and it's easier for Yvonne, for myself to gather. Huh? Everyone will be able to look at the comments. Yeah, everyone. So that we do not have exchanges and no violence, no negative comments and stuff like that. So everything is really public. And that way you do not have to manage different streams of information. The main stream of information comes from here and goes here to the homepage of the online class. That's very simple. And you will have a final project in this class, and the final project is what I call a virtual gallery. What I will ask you to do as a final project, and it can be individual or collective. Okay, you can work by yourself, or you can work with colleagues for that final project. What I will ask you to do is to invent the chapter number 7 of the book. Meaning, okay, what do you think that Franklin did not cover when he explored art and electronic media?
That's a chapter 8.
Yes, it's only under 7 chapters,
So
but
the last one has much to do with catalog
yeah,
business.
that should be so chapter 8 of art and electronic media. What field did you not cover that you think is relevant to art in the 21st century? So you will define that concept, define that field, write about this, and find a selection of 6 artists that you would exhibit in this field. So basically, imagine yourself creating gallery space, except that it's virtual, and you invite 6 artists to produce works of art that correspond to the theme that you have picked for your exhibition. So basically, I see the 7 chapters of Jenkins' books as mainly high points for exhibitions. Basically, what he did, he created a large ensemble of works of art in 7 distinct galleries. That's exactly what he did in this book. So I would ask you to do the same thing. I think it's useful for the MFA students like Sarah to engage in this kind of work and for you too, how you conceptualize some representative works of art and how you select works of art and put them together. The form of the virtual gallery can be completely free again. It can be a Unity 3D environment in which you present the works of art. It can be a paper that includes images and links to websites. It can be a QuickTime movie, it can be anything. But I need to have these written components. I need to have a statement for the exhibition, and I need to have a short statement for each work of art. So every week, what we will be doing in this meeting that will be broadcasted is I will be giving feedback on your papers, drafts, and finals. And I will try to keep that as short as possible because at the same time I want to use that time to really explore in a different way the different themes presented in the class. For example, what else do you have and do you want to say about the erosion I mentioned in illumination? And did you see something that is missing here? Do you have questions? Do you have works of art that you would like to present in here and discuss? That's basically the goal of all this is to really maintain a live connection between us.
So we have no dedicated time and date for the class. It's just reading.
Yeah, and besides that Monday session, the class is whenever you.
And it's always at 3 on Monday.
It will be always at 3 on Monday. Every Monday at 3. But
The paper should be posted every 2 weeks.
yeah, and same thing, the day to the final day to upload your assignments will always be on Monday. I think the rest is quite simple. It's just you read, you look, you write, you comment, and you get tired. And it's the end of the semester. And you go back to class. I was shocked by how fast the last semester went. Yeah. Really amazing. And that's it for this class. So now we have time for introductions. So I guess Jason.
Yeah.
A few words about you.
Yeah, I'm Jason, and I'm a student of system engineering and management in the JSOM department. And right now I'm working in a company of Huawei. So it's a cell phone and electronic product like the band and the watch. So product. So I want to learn art and technology in here. Like we compete with Apple. Apple have Apple Watch and so we also have a watch and a cell phone. So to compete with Apple, but Apple, art and technology is really good. So I learn this.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're coming here as a spy. Okay, good. But you need to know that it's really a class dedicating to study aesthetics, meaning and especially aesthetics of contemporary art. But I think it would be very much useful for your company and for yourself to get to know what artists are doing today. Because I'm pretty much sure that most of the trends that we see today in products, they come from artists. Because only artists are visionary people. Engineers are rarely visionary. What? I didn't say never. Yeah. And we will talk about that and it's a topic that we will be exploring a little bit, the idea of novelty and innovation. So engineers can produce novelty, but only artists can produce true innovation. That's my opinion. And I guess now I will spend one second to explain the difference I make between novelty and innovation. And why one of them is artistic and truly creative and the other one is not. Yeah, you were here when we talked about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, I remember talking about
yeah.
that.
It really
Yeah,
goes.
when I think we got into technology pessimism
Yeah,
and
and
stuff like that.
yeah, and it really goes back to Heidegger's concept of anticipatory resolutiveness. Yeah,
My name is Sarah, and I'm ATEC MFA, my second semester. I'm also a resident of Central Truck, the UT Dallas Artist Residency. I intern at an art gallery as well, and I'm a TA now too.
yeah.
I'm teaching computer imaging. That's nothing new.
Good. And as an artist, what's your mode of expression?
Right. I lean towards sculpture. I work a lot with textiles right now, different fabrics, different colors, and textures. And I work very formally, compositionally.
Good. You have to start over.
Yeah. Okay. I'm Andrew. I am ATEC, MFA as well. Basically, I did a lot of stuff with the animation studios for the past few years, a lot of grant projects working for the geoscience department as well as like University of Southwestern doing medical simulations for them. I work for a small independent game studio in Frisco. I'm also one of the officers of the pre-production guild here on campus. And yeah, it's always busy.
Bruce?
I'm Bruce, Master of Arts candidate. This is my second semester as well. And I'm interested in, currently working on the final project. I'm thinking about what I want to do for the final project here in ATEC. And I've got a starting point. I really want to flesh it out. And I also work with traditional media painting. And I'm really interested in Hopkins films. And that idea of kind of taking that, the general idea of a 4K video, but having it all compressed into one screen on the essentially, it's basically like if you have, right, you can have, what is it?
It's
It's
Ultra
Ultra
HD.
HD.
Yeah.
Or
It's
like
like 4K.
Ultra
Ultra
HD.
HD is actually a
Yeah.
fraction of that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ultra HD is like 24.
and 4K is like 4,000 something to 20 to 96 or something.
Versus normally what you see, like that's playing like 1920 by 1080. So it's like
Or Retina.
yeah.
So it's probably like Ultra HD. Yeah, it's basically blown up version, and they say it's better resolution than real life. That's kind of their tagline for it. That's what they say.
We even have technology now to go to 8K.
Yeah.
It's just we're starting to sell 4K TVs.
Cheaper.
Well,
When they first came out, they were like $20,000. So
I just think it's crazy that we actually have the technology now to go to 8K.
yeah.
Cisco have a system called 4K video conference. So it's called ATEC system. So you can use it for TV and conference use that globally.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Would a broadcasting that higher?
It's conference, it's not broadcast.
Okay.
So you want to use that to make videos or
Yeah, that's the starting point. But I want to sort of, again, I'm not entirely sure being able to really go with it, but I feel that's a starting point. But it's just a way of creating a picture.
But that's a good question. What do you do with that super high fidelity? What do you recreate is it? And what do you do with something that's more realistic than reality?
right? Everybody asks the question.
The same
That's better than
reality. I think it's a catchphrase of the industry.
Yeah, I think it'd be an interesting research assignment to kind of
Yeah.
test that perception.
I did read a paper once about I think they took that tagline and they basically said it's almost impossible to measure your visual field in pixels.
Exactly.
So it's very independent between people. So it's a hard claim to make, but it's also one that is hard to disprove.
The screen can show you up to 1.6 million colors, but in reality, our eyes see 4 billion or more.
Yeah.
It's hard to really say.
And with more pixels, you're not necessarily getting more color, you're getting more crisp lines.
Yeah.
You're getting more visual information.
Yeah.
But you cannot measure in pixels because
You don't see it
field of
Yeah.
and number one, your field of vision is not fixed. It's constantly changing. One spot at another. But yeah, as your question about how do I use that in fiction, that I think that's a great question. And that's a question I'm asking all the time. I've not seen yet any creative use of the light roll technology. You know what the light roll is? It's a new type of camera with which you do not focus, just shoot. And you focus later. And your focus can be variable. So let me show you
So
that.
you take a picture, it has all the information for you, you focus it
on
like within the camera itself.
anywhere. Yeah. So what do we do with that? How do we create a cost of small fortune? But what's interesting is that the first one and the first camera of that type is a result of a PhD research at MIT. And the first model was only $300, and now I think it's 2,000. And I'm saying, oh, I should have get it at this time. So
Yeah.
I had my wallet out and I'm gonna sell the house.
Yeah.
Like $7,000
So I'm looking for the gallery. Where is it gone?
Got the back page for the.
Oh, I hope it's not a video. Yes, it is. I want to show you these images. Let's see. No. Go back. And it's really cool. For example, you click on the image, and what is blurry in the back will become really super sharp. And you can click here, and the hand will become super sharp. And it's completely adapted. So that's some kind of hyper realism. So what do we do creatively with this? How do we tell? Do you know the film by Michelangelo called Blow Up? Famous film from the English period of the 1960s. And it's the story of a guy who takes a picture one day in Hyde Park. And when he blows up the picture, it happens to be here in the very back, in the distance, the crime scene. And there's a murder that took place, and it's the whole story that develops in the depth of field of that event. And then there was a sequel of this called Blow Out, I think. It was the same story with the sound engineer, and it's played by what's his name? The guy, I forgot his name, famous actor. And he records something, and in his recording there are cues for the crime. The idea that there's something hidden in reality.
I think
Or
that's
on,
I think it's actually available on Netflix streaming right now.
yeah. So the idea that technology can reveal something that is in reality and that we don't know.
That's not necessarily vocabulary.
Huh?
Um, I think that in the theories of cinema by Pasolini, the idea is that when you keep shot on the frame of the wall, every single element in that frame tells some things about reality. Used as a sign,
Yeah.
as a cue. But it might be available in Canon too. They
Blow
will
Up.
blow up. You may need to check it out. But also better. My question was actually because we only talk about that on Friday, but the cinema program on TV, I'm not sure if there's any cinema department in Uni, but we need maybe more projection for this fundamental.
Well, yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's
Not that
something that we could easily organize is to organize film screening sessions here in ATEC.
Maybe like a student organization.
Yeah.
yeah. I wonder if it wouldn't be too long for this thing. I mean, that's
Yeah.
because I have plenty of movies for this.
Yeah.
Not just me, everybody. There's a lack of historical background in the history of movies.
Keep looking for, and let's go on with the introductions. Yeah.
Okay. I'm Francis. Francis Hyde. I'm an MA student. It's my second semester as well. Professionally, sort of an entrepreneur. Work for various companies. Over the break, I made a video and do all the various parts: pre-production, production, post-production. So creative
consumer experience video and kind of product showcase video. I'm still working on one of them. And yeah, so I just my background's in digital media. Artistically, I'm I'm a musician. I play guitar for 2016, so probably 10 years now or more. I don't know what I'm doing that on that one. But and I also make music on the computer. Have many mics and just mess with processing uh, signals various ways. And always trying to get more equipment, but that's always crazy. But yeah, so pretty much I'm kind of working on my, I don't know, figuring out, studying, trying to develop my what I'm gonna have as my research proposal for my dissertation. I want to continue my PhD throughout ATEC, and yeah,
Very cool. My name's Nick. I'm. This is my second semester of my MFA program as well. However, I was here via undergrad, basically continuing my education as a 3D animator here. Games and movies. I've been in the animation studio and game up here multiple times. Work-wise, my currently paying job is I work here as a lab tech manager. But then also over the summer I started a contract with an indie game company that started here, Holly Knight. And I'm an animator for them. Besides that, yeah, just continuing on my animation studies and trying to improve my skills.
what do you think of the good dinosaur?
Man, I have not seen it. I missed the pre-screening.
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too. I don't call it a Pixar flop. Don't let my opinion.
Which means it's still good in comparison to many others.
Yeah, it's a lot better than Monster University. That's
From what I've heard from some of my animation friends, is the story is not very good.
No, the story.
You don't. From what I've seen from that movie, it's like seeing some of the stuff they presented here.
Yeah.
You don't go for the story, you go for the visuals.
Yeah.
It's incredible how hyperbolically some of the things are. Like they actually figured out a way to use ultra high-res images as backgrounds and make that seamlessly flow into 3D models that are in the foreground, and it looks the same. It's just like it's incredible. Yeah. I'm not gonna go see that movie for the story. I'm gonna go see it for how pretty it is.
Yeah.
I did see Star Wars though.
Star Wars was awesome. Star Wars was awesome. I don't know. Kind of killed Kylo Ren. Was kind of like thrown in there. I felt like, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to next movie. I guess.
I'm looking forward to the new trilogy.
Yeah.
So
Good. So we have, I guess a good sample of ATEC in general here, and even interdisciplinary type of school with someone from JSON. That's good. I think that the number one question will be when we are working on that class is, what would you say the impossibility for the title of the class to exist, which is the studies of interactive art or media art, because it's one of the recurring questions in this, because there are so many different art forms today that even the concept of aesthetics is difficult for them to, because you can talk about aesthetics as a set of criteria to evaluate your art. And it works like this, only if the possibilities of creating works of art are limited. But when they are unlimited and when the forms are unlimited, how can you develop something that you could call aesthetics? Because you cannot have multiple aesthetics. Because if you have multiple aesthetics, it's not aesthetics anymore. if you have one aesthetic per work of art, it's not anymore something that you can call a general theory of. And that, I think, is the number one question for the class. How can we come up with the overarching concept and set of criteria to evaluate works of art in the 21st century? And that's really a big question. Because before, for example, when you had painting, sculpture, dance, music, poetry, literature, each of these art forms had clearly outlined sets to assess and evaluate them. And they were changing, they were progressing over time with the avant-garde and the new schools and stuff like that. But still, there was a body of works that was consistent and that would fall under the purview of that general field that we call aesthetics. But today, how can we talk about visual arts and games and installations and all these multiple forms, and how can we address them from some common intellectual grounds? That's the number one difficulty. And that's why I insist on the question of the experience, because I think that elements of the answer to this question is in phenomenology, which means in what's going on in the experience of the work of art. And I think that the only unifying perspective from which to observe works of art today is to observe works of art from the viewer's standpoint, because that is common to any art form, is that there's someone to experience it. And the structure of this experience should be what guides the analysis of the work of art, and not that much the form of the work of art itself, because the forms sometimes are not even existent. There's no form sometimes in some work of art. So an installation doesn't have a form per se, and it's not just a form. So what's left for us to study is the experience of these different works of art.
May I say something? Because first about aesthetics, to me, I see aesthetics like an overall thing in which you have subset according to the schools. To me, it would be like when you talk about epistemology, all those things.
Mm-hmm.
You can have epistemology, but then a specific disciplines. So I understand what you mean. There is diversification and multiplication of forms, but I don't. To me, it's not contradictory to have something called aesthetics, which has maybe an infinite number of schools. So that's my first question. Why do you think it's not valid anymore when you have several ways of
Well, because the question is not that we have several, the question is that we have an infinity of possible forms. And that's the number one question. It's infinite, the range of possible manifestations of work of art today. It's not that we have many, it's that it's completely open.
we're not talking about aesthetics for even art piece anymore. We can also talk about aesthetics for more technological artifacts.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about aesthetics of computers,
Yes.
aesthetics of people, buildings.
So look at what's emerging in strict design. We are not dealing only or anymore with just aesthetics. We are dealing with user experience, and that's what becomes more and more important in the design process, is taking account the user experience. And I would say the same thing from art. What's becoming more and more important and relevant to art is the viewer's experience, much more than the object. So for example, thinking of what we were saying about this film, what's, of course, the technology that we are using is important, but what's important is the experience. So what's going on when you're experiencing such a film? And you know that it's not real, it's imaginary landscapes and imaginary characters. But what's going on with their realism? How come that something completely imaginary becomes reality? What kind of impression does that have on you as a spectator? To what dimension of your consciousness does that relate? To me, it's the question that we should be asking. What does it feel like? Do you believe in it? Obviously, no, you do not believe in it. Lie.
Yeah.
You do not.
Believe in force.
So, yeah. So what's going on in your experience as a spectator? To me, is what is interesting. And what is also very interesting is how is that experience different from the experience of reality? And how does that change the experience of reality? Because that's also what's happening is that the experience of works of art are changing our experiences of reality. And that's what we want to gather. And that's how we should think about aesthetics. Not just about the assessment of the works of art, but the assessment of the participation of the work of art in the transformation of our societies.
I think it's pretty interesting. I was reading a Rolling Stones article from the director of Star Wars, and he was kind of, saying how like this is the perfect time for this movie due to like all the turmoil that happened in 2015. Due to pretty much the viewer's experience kind of having an escape, going to this other universe or galaxy or whatever where things may be much worse.
Yeah. And I think that from that we can see better some of the relationship between artistic expression and today's world in terms of historicity of the work of art.
I mean, what I was looking at the Baumgarten idea of the aesthetica. I agree with the relevance of the experience, but I was looking at the definition of aesthetics by Baumgarten, who came out with this work, which he has defined as the science of the sensible knowledge of sensible forms. To me, the sensible part is what you call
Exactly. Yeah.
so that's why I do still I know what you mean, but I do still wonder why do you want to wipe out your aesthetics part.
I'm not wiping it out. I'm saying I'm talking about the difficulty of defining it.
Okay.
And I'm not denying the existence of aesthetics, but it has to be redefined, and probably in one of these ways. Because aesthetics used to be a subset of philosophy, okay? And it used to be a discipline, and the discipline of aesthetics was applied to analyzing works of art and trying to understand where the idea of beauty came from, and what beauty was residing.
With your idea then of redefining aesthetics from what it was previously defined as, my from my understanding then, it's not going to be possible to come up with another set definition of aesthetics because everything's constantly changing.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you thinking of coming up with an idea that can constantly evolve? Because I think that's the challenge of it.
Exactly, but such a definition as Baumgarten, which is the knowledge of the sensible. And basically, so yeah, that would be the valid definition of aesthetics. How do we get to know about the sensible? How do we get to know of that from our viewer's perspective?
second point where I was trying to challenge you was that you say that we make, since we make experience of everything, that's something we have in common. And I was thinking about, those art pieces that are sent into space,
Mm-hmm.
or even submarine stuff. There might be, those are exceptions of course, but there might be some art pieces that are not meant to be experienced.
Say something you make and kind of don't share with anybody, or maybe something you don't publish ever.
Yeah, and there are
Just not one of them.
sub visible sculptures
Yeah,
that you actually cannot see because they are 1 nanometer tall.
yeah.
So
Now
but
actually,
yeah, but you know that they exist, and their manifestation is in your knowledge of your existence, and your experience of them is knowing that they exist and that you cannot actually see them.
okay.
But you could if you
But
had the
you
right to.
could, exactly, yeah. But right now, their manifestation, that's the thing that I think we need to be looking at is the manifestation of the existence of the works of art. How do the works of art manifest their existence to our consciousness, which is a way to look at them, and a way to incorporate the non-visible or the non-tangible works of art. The modes of manifestations of their existence to our consciousness.
I'm
Okay?
running early. I have a class at 4.
Yeah, I need to leave at 4 as well. It's almost 4. Yeah. So yeah, that's typical of the kind of discussion that will take place here every Monday.
And the poetry lab.
Oh yes, and every Wednesday, noon to 2 p.m. here, we will have a new lab called LabSynth, which is Laboratory of Synthetic and Electronic Poetry. And the idea is to present to everyone who's interested artistic expressions that use digital tools and that are not spectacular artistic expressions, but much more intimate expressions, like poetry. Something that talks to the individuals in a different way, with a different voice than big Pixar films and stuff like that. A smaller voice, but a voice that talks more directly to each individual's sensitivity. That's my definition of poetry. Something more intimate, short forms, but that make intense use of digital technologies and electronic media. So we'll have that lab here, and most of the time the lab will be a two-time, two parts. First one I will be presenting things. So next Wednesday I will be presenting digital poetry, and then I will listen to everyone else's contribution, and we'll explore things, watch, experiment, and then we will probably develop some objects, some short electronic or digital poems, new ways of telling stories, new ways of describing objects, new ways of hearing, listening, touching.
And this is still part of the class.
No, it's something that's completely free
Okay.
outside of any regular academic.
Just more learning.
Yeah,
More
no,
doing,
just more
more
being,
discussing.
Experiment.
yeah, being in a graduate school
Yeah.
where there's something that's going on,
Mm.
and you just come and see if it interests you, and if it doesn't, you go away, and if it does, you stick with it, and you work with it. Yeah, that's it. So here I have some examples, finally retrieved some of the Lightro images. So now if I click on the back, if it wants to work,
There
see,
it goes.
there it goes, it becomes super sharp. Click here, and that becomes sharp.
Or you want to go screenshot it.
Yeah, it's
Some cheap
and you can, and also it offers you the possibility of infinite zoom into the image. Yeah. So for example, on this one, suddenly that mountain here can become sharp.
You can navigate with a picture.
Yeah, yeah, it's like in Blade Runner.